There are legal limits on us too, and we apologize to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Piers Morgan sued by Jay-Z and Beyonce over explosive Diddy interview. Here's what happened. Did you hear that Piers Morgan had to apologize to Jay-Z and Beyonce after airing some wild claims about them tied to Diddy's legal mess? Jaguar Wright went on Morgan's show and made some serious accusations, saying the Carters were just as bad as Diddy, and their lawyers didn't waste a second shutting it all down. Now, with rumors flying around, celebrities quietly settling out of court, and fans speculating nonstop, it's got everyone asking, what really went down? And could this scandal leave a permanent stain on Jay-Z and Beyonce's untouchable image? Well, let's get into the details. If you love juicy online drama like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the latest updates, because there's always more to uncover. Diddy is in deep trouble. He's facing serious allegations from both men and women, with claims of sexual assault going all the way back to the 1990s. And it's not just a couple of cases. Since November 2023, 9 lawsuits have landed on his doorstep. But things hit a boiling point when, in September, federal prosecutors hit him with charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. According to them, Diddy's network wasn't just about flashy parties and hit records. It was a criminal enterprise, complete with sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. The man was denied bail, and if that doesn't scream serious trouble, what does? But it doesn't end there. A Texas attorney, Tony Busby, just dropped another bombshell. He's now representing 120 more alleged victims. Yeah, it's that bad. And for someone with Diddy's empire, Bad Boys Records, Sean John Clothing, Ciroc Vodka, this has hit like a wrecking ball. His once glamorous lifestyle, filled with star-studded parties and A-list friends, has been ripped apart by conspiracy theories. The internet is buzzing with rumors, dragging celebrities into the mud. Some being accused of involvement, others as potential victims of his schemes. Now, here's where things get even messier. Guess who's in the spotlight with Diddy? None other than Beyonce and Jay-Z. They've been seen partying with him over the years, and fans are now wondering, are Bey and Jay going to say anything about all of this? The pressure's on, but according to a source quoted by In Touch Weekly, the couple is staying tight-lipped. The insider said they've been unusually quiet since Diddy's indictment dropped, and there's already speculations about what they knew. If any of that came out, it could be really embarrassing. And here's the thing. While everyone else seems to be distancing themselves from Diddy, Beyonce and Jay-Z aren't rushing to his defense either. The sources added the last thing they want is to get dragged into this. They'll keep quiet and let it blow over. It's a game of survival for them now. Lay low, stay silent, and avoid the fallout. But here's the big question. Can they stay out of the crossfire, or will their connection to Diddy come back to haunt them? Despite all the swirling rumors, Jay-Z and Beyonce's names were nowhere to be found in Diddy's 14-page indictment, which was unsealed in mid-September. Neither of them has been arrested, charged, or linked to any criminal wrongdoing connected to Diddy's case. Still, that hasn't stopped conspiracy theorists from going wild online, tying the power couple to Diddy's scandal, and these theories even found their way into Piers Morgan uncensored. Morgan's recent conversation with guest Jaguar Wright took things to another level. The two dove into Diddy's September arrest, which included federal charges for sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting individuals for prostitution. But Wright didn't stop with just Diddy. She made bold, shocking claims on air, saying that Jay-Z and Beyonce were no different from Diddy, even alleging they have hundreds of victims with stories about what they've experienced. And if that wasn't explosive enough, Wright doubled down, calling Jay-Z worse than Diddy. Yeah, you heard that right. Worse. Mirror UK picked up the story, reporting that Wright claimed both Jay and Bey were part of the same predatory world she accuses Diddy of leading. Naturally, the internet exploded with these accusations, but before things could spiral further, Jay-Z and Beyonce's legal team stepped in, sending a formal notice to Piers Morgan. The results? Morgan was quick to distance himself from Wright's claims, publicly dismissing them as totally false and offering a direct apology on air. Now, this makes you wonder, just how powerful are Jay-Z and Beyonce? Let's put it this way. It's not every day that a media giant like Piers Morgan issues a public apology live on air to anyone, let alone to celebrities. But that's exactly what happened after Morgan's show. In his apology, Morgan didn't mince words. Jaguar Wright made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during the interview. He said, "As I mentioned at the time, they weren't there to respond or defend themselves. But things got real when Bey and Jay's legal team stepped in." According to Mirror UK, their lawyers hit Morgan with a legal notice, firmly stating that Wright's accusations were totally false and had no factual basis. And just like that, Morgan complied swiftly. He revealed that his team edited out the controversial segments from the original interview. Now, here's the thing. Morgan admitted that cutting interviews is not something they do lightly on a show called Uncensored, but he made it clear that there are limits. It's like shouting fire in a crowded theater. There are legal boundaries, Morgan explained. But Morgan wasn't done. He gave a little insight into the power dynamics of the modern world, saying, "The thing about platforms is that anyone with something to say, if people want to listen, has an audience. That's why we brought Wright on for the interview. But with or without shows like mine, people like her will still have an audience." If you know anything about Piers Morgan, you know that apologies aren't exactly his style. He's built a reputation for airing controversial takes, especially when it comes to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, without ever backing down. So when he issued a rare on-air apology to Jay-Z and Beyonce, the internet was stunned. One ex, formerly Twitter user, summed up the moment perfectly. "The racist and cowardly Piers Morgan issues a public apology to Jay-Z and Beyonce after the mentally ill charlatan Jaguar Wright made baseless claims about the Carters on his struggling platform." Another shared the clip, adding, "They got him shook real good. Mind you, this is the same guy who hacked celebrities' phones, including that of a teenage girl who was abducted, raped, and murdered. He never apologized for that. So for him to apologize now, you know they threatened to bankrupt him and the network." Some couldn't resist poking fun at Morgan's predicament. One person joked that "this is HOV text ain't fail yet, LMAO. One day people will learn." Another chimed in, "I hope this starts happening more, especially to these bloggers and podcasters. I'm sick of this conspiracy theory era we're stuck in." And of course, Tasha K's legal battles with Cardi B were fresh in people's mind, with one user posting, "People didn't learn shit from Cardi B and Tasha K." Many who did not see the unedited interview wondered how Wright knows them. Wright, known for her association with The Roots, crossed paths with Jay-Z in the early 2000s, when HOV performed for MTV Unplugged in 2001. Wright provided backing vocals for tracks like Song Cry, a performance that gave her wider exposure. Riding that wave, she released her debut album, Delusions and Decisions, in 2002, solidifying her presence in the neo-soul scene. Wright's connection to Jay-Z stretches back 2 decades. She's even been spotted with him at events and parties over the years, but when it comes to Beyonce, there's no documented relationship between them, despite Wright's insistence that she knows intimate details about the Halo singer. And yet, the old association with Jay-Z gave Wright enough credibility to air some bold allegations about the couple on Morgan's show. But it didn't take long for Bey and Jay's lawyers to spring into action, leading to a swift and rare apology from the famously unapologetic Morgan. Diddy's legal troubles have the entire entertainment industry on edge, and it's not just the man himself who's sweating. Page 6 reports that several industry insiders, artists, executives, and managers are feeling the heat, fearing they could get dragged into the case. Top entertainment lawyer Brian Freeman didn't hold back when he told the outlet, "Many people at the highest levels are not sleeping well right now." Friedman added that those who knowingly allowed or encouraged the behavior while staying silent have every reason to be concerned. But it's not just the guilty parties who are worried. Friedman, who represented several clients, explained, "There are people who are afraid of being wrongfully implicated just because of some innocent association with Diddy. They want no part of the rumor mill that's been spinning nonstop." Meanwhile, TMZ dropped another bombshell. Some of the stars who found themselves caught up in the scandal, even if only by association, are paying off victims to settle out of court. Apparently, they're doing whatever it takes to keep their names out of the headlines and out of Diddy's mess. So what do you think? Did Piers Morgan cross the line by airing those explosive claims, or were Jay-Z and Beyonce right to shut it down before things got out of hand? And could it also be true that they have been key players in Diddy's illegal activities? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think about all this. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest celebrity stories. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop a new video.